I'm sure by now you've noticed that we use the terminology the demand schedule. So let's see, what does the demand schedule mean? Firstly, it is commonly referred to as the demand curve. So if we look here at this graph on the right side of our screen, we can see it's written in the top of it, the demand curve. And by the way, the demand curve and the demand schedule, they mean the same thing. However, the demand curve is commonly used. And why it's commonly used? Because if we look at here at the blue curved line, which represents the demand, it is curved. That's why they call the demand curve. So again, what is the demand curve? It is a graphical representation of the relationship between the price of commodities and the quantities demanded. Again, the price, which is here in the y-axis, and the quantities demanded, which is here in the x-axis, holding all other determinants of demand other than the goods price constant. Now, what is the law of demand? The law of demand states that the price of a product is inversely negative related to the quantity demanded of the same product. Again, the price is represented in the y-axis and the quantity is represented in the x-axis. And the relationship between these two, the price and the quantity demanded, is inversely or negatively related. Meaning, if we assume that the lowest price is 0 and the highest price is 10, and the same thing in here, let's assume that the lowest demand is 0 and the highest demand is 10 units. Now let's try to see the relationship between the prices and the quantity demanded through this curved blue line. Therefore, as the price of the product is reduced, the quantity demanded of that product will increase, and vice versa. Again, if our price is 10, which is here the highest point, is gonna be here at it, the demand is gonna be at its lowest, which is 1. However, if the price of the product is 1, the demand is gonna be at its highest, which is 10. Now let's look at the price and the quantity relationship and try to explain it further. So basically, the demand is represented on a graph as downward sloping line. As you can see here, downward sloping line. And as the prices fall, the quantity demanded increases. And as the price rises, the quantity demanded falls. Lastly, while the demand curve is actually a curved line, as shown in the graphical depiction, most graphs simplify the relationship by presenting it as a straight line.